Thing is about the stuff that we don't love, it's usually stuff we're not great at anyway. One of my biggest problems with delegating early on was feeling like I was punishing people by giving them this painful work. I didn't realize that the things that my cringe is someone else's cake. I believe that coaching is the most powerful force for change on earth. I believe that you are infinitely powerful. I believe that success is inevitable. I believe we have all the time in the world. All right, so I want you to look at your list and circle all the things on your list that you absolutely love to do, that you love it. It's your cake. I love it, I love it, I want some more of it. What do you got on there? So put ones next to all the things that you love, your cake. Put threes next to all of your cringe, and twos next to all the things that are kind of neutral. You don't love it, you don't hate it, but you don't mind it. How much of the stuff on the list of things that you do, how much of it are three? Who has more threes than ones? Who has more twos than ones? And definitely who has more threes and twos than ones? If you add your threes and twos up, and they add up to more than your ones. Yeah, almost everybody, right? Enlightening. So, I used to think, oh, it'd be great if I hired a VA. When I started out, I was $72,000 in debt. I was completely maxed out on all my credit cards and my home equity line. I had no more. I didn't have room to borrow. I was maxed out. But and I was like, okay, hiring a VA would be great, but I can't afford it. And so I learned how to do everything myself. I learned how to do everything in the shopping cart and send out emails, learn how to create web pages using FrontPage, an old Microsoft program that hasn't actually existed in 10 years or something. I learned how to do it all myself. There is value in the fact that I learned how to do all that myself, but there's also a cost. A huge cost. Finally, I was talking to somebody. I'm like, let's work on this project together. And she's like, okay, great. First thing we need to do is we need a VA to get all this stuff done. I was like, I can't afford a VA, whatever. But I'm like, oh, all right, she's right. So I hired a VA and started, getting some of this stuff off my plate. Thing is about the stuff that we don't love, it's usually stuff we're not great at anyway. One of my biggest problems with delegating early on was feeling like I was punishing people by giving them this painful work. Swear to God. I didn't realize that the things that my cringe is someone else's cake. One man's junk is another man's treasure. And that's so true. There are people who love building websites. There are people who love doing stuff in the shopping cart. There are people who love whatever. There's people who love everything, right? So that was a big shift. One part of it was feeling like I can't afford it. The other part was feeling like, I'm punishing people to give people the stuff I don't love. So I had a lot of blocks that I had to work through. And so the thing that I said, I got intellectually, but I didn't didn't quite really believe it, was like, if I pay somebody $25, $35, $50 an hour, if I pay somebody any amount less than I would make doing the stuff the cake, where's the money made in your business? It's made in the cake, but what specific activities actually generate success in your business? Okay. Free sessions that sell. Yes, that is where the money gets made. Free sessions that sell. A lot of people think you make money when you do the coaching. You're losing money when that's your cost of fulfillment, is coaching people, because it's a cost of your time. And when you're not making a lot of money, it doesn't feel like a big cost. And it's what you love anyway. I love coaching. Like I said, I love it. But that's one of the reasons why I can turn down $100,000 a year clients, because it's a cost. And when I work only 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, 4 or 5 days a week, with lots of vacation, any client takes up a big chunk out of that very small space, right? And if I'm making $3 million a year, $250,000 a month or more from other stuff that's not just coaching, then it's like, well, that's, I need to be careful with that time that I'm giving. Not to say that you shouldn't be coaching, because we're coaches. I want you to coach. It's what we love, and it is going to help you generate a lot more money to be doing this, be doing what you're born to do. But the money is in signing up, is selling. The money gets made in the selling. The free sessions that sell, there's other ways to sell stuff too. And if you love free sessions that sell, you're going to be in great shape. If you love coaching, you really should be loving free sessions that sell, because it is coaching. And if you don't love free sessions that sell, it just means you probably have some things to work through, let go, and heal. But so there's certain things that produce the money, and then there's all the other stuff that we do. And we just talked about, like, okay, most of us have too much stuff, more stuff here and here than here, right? So what would happen for you and your business owner clients? This is an activity you can have them do. Bam. This will rock their business. This is the pathway to massive profits. This is the secret.